Each year, nearly 3 million teens are arrested in the United States. Most have lost hope and have no real sense of purpose. The vast majority have never had the opportunity to even hear the good news of Jesus Christ. These are the kids to whom Straight Ahead Ministries has been called to bring the gospel. President and co-founder of Straight Ahead Ministries, Scott Larson.
Straight Ahead Ministries exists for one primary purpose: to see Jesus Christ transform the lives of juvenile offenders. Since 1987, we've been leading Bible studies in detention centers and group homes and in training schools in several states, and working with those kids when they get back into their home communities. Our vision is to create a national movement whereby every juvenile offender has the opportunity to hear and respond to the gospel and grow in their relationship with Jesus Christ.
The process begins in juvenile facilities all across the country, where trained Straight Ahead volunteers lead weekly Bible studies.
I was doing drugs by the time I was 10. By the time I was 12, I was running with a gang.
I was in and out of jail a couple times before I finally decided to go to Bible study. Finally, I made a decision to attend Bible studies, which I did on a weekly basis. It also became a highlight of my week.
We find that in the hundreds of juvenile jails where Straight Ahead staff and affiliates coordinate weekly Bible studies, on average, about 40% of the kids attend. I don't know of any other environment where kids are so open. Jail is a lousy place for any kid to be, but it offers a great opportunity for many of them to find and experience the love and power of Jesus Christ.
After a while, you start to wonder if life is worth living. But that's what Bible study gave me. It gave me hope.
Yeah, the Bible study leaders where I was locked up were about the only people who came to see me and that didn't get paid for it. And that meant a lot to me.
When someone from Straight Ahead asked me to consider leading a Bible study at a juvenile detention center, I was more than a little skeptical. I didn't know anything about kids in trouble. I didn't think what I could do in there would make a difference, and I was a little nervous about going into a juvenile detention center. But the first night I went in, I was hooked. I saw kids who were desperate for the gospel.
But the ministry doesn't end with Bible studies in juvenile jails.
Effective aftercare is the key to these kids making it. We see God do amazing things in the lives of these youth when they're locked up, but the real work begins when they get out.
It took 4 times before I found it somewhere that someone out there to help me, you know what I mean? And that's Straight Ahead did for me.
We do offer different aftercare options, but the most intense is definitely the discipleship home. When Scott and I moved into the first discipleship home in 1991, it was because of what kids said they believed they needed. Kids like Thomas who asked us, "Isn't there a place that I can go to after I get out? A place where I can really grow in my faith and be part of a family? I've never had anything like that." It really broke our hearts when we had to come back to Thomas and say, "You know what, Thomas, we can't find any place like that for you." It was just a couple of weeks after he was released that his name was in the paper. And it said that he'd been found shot in the back of the head from a rival gang. That's when we realized just how important and how urgent the need was for discipleship home.
You know, I've always been a leader, and there was all these negative things that I used to do. But I guess now, instead of being a leader to negative things, I'm leading people to God.
We get calls all the time from people around the country who have a heart and a calling to open homes for kids. Through our Association of Aftercare Homes, we would love to see an opportunity for people to get trained and equipped to run similar homes in every state.
I guess the thing that excites me the most is seeing some of these kids become real leaders for Christ on the front lines of what God's doing all over the world. A lifetime dream of mine would be to see 100 of them in full-time ministry.
I became a Christian through a Straight Ahead Bible study and lived in the discipleship home. At the home, I felt the love and forgiveness of God, and it was there that I received the tools I needed to go on and succeed. I then attended Wheaton College, where I graduated with honor. God brought Rebecca into my life there as well. We were married last year. I'm currently in my final year of law school at Seton Hall University. When I was 14, a lawyer took my case pro bono. He was the first man to believe in me and give me hope. I then dreamed that I would one day become a lawyer and help other kids the way my lawyer helped me. That dream is about to be fulfilled. Now I want to show other kids that there is a way out and that their dreams can be fulfilled too.